You know, it really burns my arse. A 3 foot flame. And also just thinking about how much influence is coming into our leaders in this country. And we talk about it in our latest episode of the Dan and Cam podcast. And we're talking about how our top leader, the fearless one, is proclaiming to be Christ and putting out imagery as him as the savior and the head doctor or whatever he wants to call himself now. And just how much influence is on him. You have Paula White influence him all the time, just glazing him up, saying he's just like Jesus. You have his vice president, JD, sitting there being influenced by Peter Thiel, who's a guy that wants to start a technocracy and have AI be our new god or whatever it may be. And he's in JD's ear all the time, trying to push the extremes of this movement towards end time so people finally falter and then take over and let technocracy take over and AI be our new god. And you got the guy running everything in the Department of Defense who's being influenced by Doug Wilson, who's also pushing an end times thing, proclaiming that good old drunken Pete is the religious warrior that he's called to be, bringing on God's end time. And the thing is why do these guys think that they have control over any of this? Have they ever read their Bible and understood that this is supposed to be a surprise, not something man can bring on? Where in the Bible does it say, hey, you guys go ahead and take over, God's going to take a rest, and man can go ahead and do all this himself? It's not going to happen. But you get these guys built up and get this, when they're not thinking clearly and they're not the smartest people to start with, you can glaze them like they do, and they start thinking and fulfilling these roles, thinking that they are proclaimed to be some sort of prophet or great savior to usher in the new era. Simple fact is that this era is never going to come, because everything, if you look at it, was accomplished in 70 AD. But these people don't want to hear it. These people that probably don't open up their Bibles, now they quote Pulp Fiction as Bible verses because they think it sounds tough, and don't know what really happened with everything that goes on there. They don't understand that the blue star country, that is trying to run everything and control us, is just puppeteering us, moving us around. They don't like us. They don't care for us. All these different groups in our country will have infighting eventually. They already seen it with the Catholics being attacked by the evangelicals and the Pope being disgraced by our own leadership. None of these people agree with anything, and they're just going to eat themselves and cannibalize themselves as they go through. Is that what we're waiting for all this to blow up? It would be nice if it finally did and people woke up and had the scales removed. But I'm really getting sick and tired and irritated having to deal with this day to day.